There's items in my wardrobe that no longer speak to where I'm going and no longer speak to where I am. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Antoinette Evans, and on this channel, we find ways to elevate our everyday and romanticize our life. I haven't done a haul in a while, in all honesty. Your girl really isn't buying this year. Hello, I just bought a house, and that has been the biggest pain in my butt since I purchased it, okay? But nonetheless, we're gonna go through the process. But in the process of me, let's say, elevating my home, maybe one of these videos I'll do an updated this is what's going on with the house video. But for now, I did a wee bit of shopping. Just a little bit of shopping. And it honestly wasn't anything drastic. I did go on vacation for my homegirl's birthday, and I will put some clips on the screen so that way you can see the beauty of it. And it wasn't my first time going to Jamaica, but it was her first time. I absolutely love going back home to Jamaica. It's humbling. It just puts me in perspective. It gets me energized. I absolutely love it. With going on this trip, not going in the summertime, kind of, a little bit of a snowbird. It was her birthday, so it's not like we could just, say, well, let's just go in the summer. We're going now. So it's a little crisp up here, but it is absolutely gorgeous down there. And I had an idea in my mind of what outfits I wanted to bring. I wanted it to be resort wear. I wanted it to be somewhat bright colors, but still neutral, something that will transition back to the US. But then I thought about it, I'm just like, Antoinette, do you really want to go shopping? I'm committed to a no buy 2025, which means I don't want to do any ridiculous spending. I want to put money in the bank, put money into my home, pay off some things. I have some goals and some things that I'm looking to accomplish this year and next. So I don't want to feverishly just spend money for no reason. Anyway, went to the store, went to H&M, went to Zara, went to Nordstrom, the usual spots. And everything was spring and Easter focused. That's not the direction that I want to go in for this trip. I said, okay, let me just go to the thrift store. Let's just see what happens. And you guys, as you can see behind me, I didn't get a lot. I didn't pick up a lot. I didn't need a lot. But I absolutely love what I got. So, backstory. Going through my wardrobe, going through what I already have, my body has changed a little bit. Me working out and being more focused on toning. My waist is a little bit smaller. My arms are a little bit smaller. I don't have as much back fat. Your girl went down a size. Hello. But for some reason, I still like oversized clothing. It's just me. It's just what I love. And looking through some of the items I have, I'm like, okay, there's items in my wardrobe that no longer speak to where I'm going and no longer speak to where I am. I am absolutely over the heels in love with modest dressing with a twist, with a bit of an edge, with a bit of a like New York street style, but fully dressed. Some items I still love a good see-through item. Lord help me. At some point he'll convict me, but I don't feel convicted right now. So there's still a few pieces that I'm just like, okay, this represents who I am. And then there's some pieces in my closet I was just like, girl, it's time to do away with that. So I really want some pieces that speak to me now and where I'm going, and things that can transition from this season into the spring, maybe not so much into the summer, but out of the 4 seasons up here in the US, these items can definitely transition from one to the next. So kicking things off with the crowd favorite. Actually, it is not the crowd favorite, but it is my favorite color in the entire palette, which is the brown set. Now, this brown set, I want to say, let me get it. Now, this brown set is a 3X, When I go thrift shopping, I don't look for brands. I don't look to see, can I get a designer dupe, or I don't look for any of that. What I look for is quality. Do the pieces read for me? Does the quality hold up? What does the stitching look like? Does it look like it's been heavily worn? Is it something that I can remake into my own? And when I saw this, I was just like, I could do something with this. I could do something with this. It hits like two of my buckets. One, it's oversized. And two, it still gives me like a tailored, comfy, chic, put together, but it can be edgy if you want it to be edgy, or it can be comfy. And it hits all the buttons. Let me sit back. It hits all the buttons. But it is a 3X. Did get this from the men's department. Personally, I feel like the men's department have more gems than the women's department. That's just me. But the jacket is a 3X with the matching bottom that's also a 3X. I don't have to do any tailoring. Any. I am 5'9", so I am a tall girl. These pants hit exactly where I want them to hit. It fits well in the waist, and it also comes all the way down to the ground. I can also wear these with heels and be perfectly fine. I don't have to worry about, oh, they're high waters or they're hitting up too high and I can only wear it with maybe flats or slippers. I wore this going down to Jamaica because it was still kind of cold in Atlanta. My flight was at 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to leave the house around 5. I didn't want to bring a jacket, but I'm like, I need to bring something heavy enough that I can get on the plane, get there, and then when I get there and I start to warm up, I can kind of, dismantle a little bit. This set hit all the buttons. And I absolutely love the detailing in this, the exposed thread in this. It does read as if it's denim, but it is not denim material. Very lightweight, very breathable. Like, I can't wait to style this up a whole different way than when I did when I was down in Jamaica. Oh, the best part. I cannot remember the original price of this. And this was one price. It came together as a suit, but by the time I got to the cash register, this set ended up being 99 cents. You want to talk about a deal and how to shop smart. This that is going to last in my closet for some time. I know I can get at least another 3-4 seasons out of this. 99 cents. Going on to the second set that I got, again, from the men's department. This one is a 2XL. No particular brand. But again, just like the last piece, the quality of this. And I was kind of just shuffling through, and I was just like, oh, what's this? And I believe I saw the jacket before I saw the pant. Now, this one did not come together. Not really sure why. Normally at the thrift store, the sets usually stay as sets. But this one ended up being 2 separate pieces. The pant matches the top. And I believe the pant is a 2X too. Is it a 2X? No. Yeah. So the pants are a 42. I love the ease of this. So this one fits a little bit more fitted to the body compared to the brown one. The brown one is definitely oversized. That one doesn't necessarily fit my waist properly, but I just threw on a belt just to hold it up. But the comfortability in my hips and in my thighs, I love. This one, however, definitely a bit more fitted, especially in the waist and in the thigh. I prefer the bottoms to be a slight bit bigger, just a slight. Not necessarily in my waist or anywhere else, but I like my thighs to be able to breathe. Again, your girl is 5'9". I'm not no skinny mini. I wear size like 12, 14. I don't like jeans to feel so fitted where it's uncomfortable. I also don't like my dress pants to fit in a way where they're uncomfortable. I like the waist to fit exactly how it needs to, no pinching, no pulling in the fabric. And when it comes down to the thigh and the butt area, I do not want to see pulls in the seam. It needs to be nice and easy and clean. It needs to look like it got tailored without having to go to the tailor if I don't need to go to the tailor. You know what I mean? But anyway, I did end up getting the set. Again, just like the brown, this one, 99 cents. And I'm trying to remember what the original price is, and I can't remember what the original. And that particular day, well, you know, at the thrift store, sometimes they have this color 50% off. But at one of my locations, nearby where I live, you know, I'm testing out some of the thrift stores around here. There's certain days where certain items and certain colors go to 99 cents. How was I supposed to know that? I just grabbed the items and kept it moving. Because I'm like, it's exactly what I was looking for. I do wish it was more of a linen, more breathable, but in all honesty, it worked for exactly what I needed it to work for. So the brown one I wore going down. This one I ended up wearing going back home. Absolutely, like I love this set. And again, I cannot wait to be able to style it differently. Now that I'm here in Atlanta, the weather is still kind of chilly. Like I'm interested to see what different ways I can put outfits together with this one set. Okay. Now, this particular dress, there's no tag on it, so it doesn't tell me where it's from. But again, I'm not really worried about the brand. I believe this is more like an extra large. I absolutely love the color scheme. When I'm going on vacation, I don't mind color. I'm not afraid of color in any way, shape, or form. Just lately, what the direction I've been going in lately, I've been muting my colors a little bit. So I've been wearing more neutrals, a lot of black, white, brown, cream, pops of orange, like solid colors, patterns lately. For some reason, I just don't think patterns look good on me anymore. For some reason. However, I did see this in orange and an orange on my complexion, and then even dropping down to the purple. I love the ombre of this. Yes, it is sheer. Yes, it is see-through. I had two ideas with this one. Use this as a cover-up. I ended up using something else as a cover-up. It was this like bright yellow with fuchsia flowers all over it. Something I really didn't care about. I also hated how it fit on me, but it was perfect to wear it as a cover-up. So I ended up wearing that as a cover-up. I intended on layering this one for like a day into evening type of situation, but I ended up changing the outfit last minute to something else, and that outfit, that was just perfect. It was hot that night. We had dinner on the rooftop, so we had a nice, cool little breeze, and then we went down to like the main level where they had music so it was just perfect. I absolutely loved that dress on me. By then we were drinking too much, we were eating too much. I had a little bit of a pudge. I was just like, this is going to show a pudge. This is I've been working out consistently, eating clean, having fun. But the one that I actually wore that night, and I didn't take a picture of it either. But you've seen the dress on me before. The one I wore that night was perfect. I didn't have to suck my stomach in. I didn't have to wear a girdle. I didn't have to wear shapewear. I didn't have to do nothing besides put the dress on, put a little bit of, I think I put my hair up, earrings, some slippers, and I was just like, I'm comfortable. We're just gonna make this work because it just worked out for that moment. Anyway, this one I ended up not wearing. I put it on. The homegirl was just like, the other one just looks better. Like it just reads better. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I ended up not wearing this. However, I believe this one ended up being about $5 at the thrift store. I don't really have an idea as to what I'm going to do with it just yet, but it is going to sit in the closet because it's we're just going to throw this in the bag and go. There is no beach here in Atlanta, so any particular trip that I go on, I want to say this was about $5 because this wasn't one of the tag colors, so I ended up paying about $5 for this. I do intend on incorporating this into the summertime. I do not intend on wearing it as an actual see-through dress because, again, that's not where I am right now. I will more than likely layer it, but again, it's a piece that I think will do well this coming summer, but I don't think it's going to last too long. So I may be able to get maybe 2 seasons out of this, but after that, this one is probably going to be a goner. I'm sure this is either Shein or Fashion Nova. I don't think it's Amazon. I think it's Shein, mainly because of how the stitching is and how large the armhole is. I'm thinking this is an extra large, or maybe this is a 2X. Oh, it's Shein. Uh-huh. It's Shein. It's also Shein Curve, and it is a size 2X. I know my shit. And I don't mind. And I tell everyone, buy what works for you. I would love one day to be able to be more in that luxury space. But right now, my pockets don't scream that I can afford luxury. So make what you have work for you. You'll be surprised if you chase after the quality and how things fit you. That will look more expensive than you going after the most expensive thing on the market, knowing that it is very ill-fitting. So this will be incorporated, yes, but because I already know Shein product, this is not going to last long, which I'm not concerned with. As long as I can get through the summertime with this and possibly transition into maybe holiday-esque, because I could do some really cool sequence with this, probably for the holiday season, then I'll be fine. I know this is probably not going to last until like the next year or so. I ended up, now granted, when I got this dress, I didn't realize I was going to have a meeting while I was in Jamaica, but I got it and I was just like, I was on the fence. Like I could honestly, I feel like I could have left this and I would have been fine. I was really on the fence because a part of me was just like, Antoinette, what are you going to do with this? I feel like this is one of those dresses that you're at the last day, maybe day and a half of the trip. Again, where we stayed, all inclusive. You can eat as much as you want, drink as much as you want. And we damn sure did that. We tasted different foods, tasted different drinks. We were fun in the sun, stayed out a little bit too late. We had our calm moments, yes. However, we turned up when we needed to turn up. So I thought to myself, okay, I love the pinstripe going down. And especially because, it creates an hourglass. It is like 3 sizes too big. However, it would be perfect for like the last 2 nights. Again, I brought one shapewear with me. Did I end up even wearing the shapewear? I don't even think I wore the shapewear. I don't think I wore it. I brought one shapewear with me and I just didn't feel like fussing with it. But I did end up wearing this dress for a business meeting I had, which was absolutely perfect. It was comfortable. It hid the belly. I was able to sit down. It was flattering. But with the direction of where the seam basically, or I'm going to say the stripes, it is very flattering. So it just helps to pull the dress forward. Now, granted, in my opinion, I can tell that this dress has been loved, meaning the dress has been worn. But with some tender loving care, I am going to end up bringing it to the dry cleaners just to get it a little bit more crisp. And I think it will be fine. Personally, I wish they would have had this in the store 3 sizes down. This dress is an 18 to 20W, way too big for me. I don't mind an oversized dress, but something with this much elasticity in it and something with this much stretch, I prefer to get my actual size or one size smaller. So this is going to be one of those dresses where I'm on my cycle and I'm just over it and I need something quick and easy. That's this dress. But I am happy I got this. This was not 99 cents. So this is something that is going to sit in my closet. Again, it will transition from one season to the next, from one year to the next. But I know me. I'm not going to whip this out until I just don't feel well. You know what I mean? Like if I'm on my cycle and I'm just crazy bloated and I just can't deal with the day, but I still want to look put together, that will be this one. So The very last item that I got from the thrift store, which I did not try on this camera. I should, but I really don't want to. I've already done the beginning part. I'm not about to go back and put this on again. I really do love these pants. I wish I would have been able to actually wear these in Jamaica, but honestly, there were just other outfits that just made more sense, so I just ran with that one. A part of me wishes I would have brought this to the dry cleaners before I left. I'm sorry. I wish I would have brought it to the tailor before I left. The waist really is too big. But I got it, one, because it's linen, it's white, the summertime is coming up. Somebody's going to have some type of themed event or something going on where this is going to be perfect. I love the fact that the bottom is already cuffed. So I don't really have to, it just needs a really good steam to kind of keep the bottom together. And the bottoms, for me, again, I'm 5'9". These drape the floor. And I didn't even have heels on when I tried it on. It was perfect. The length of it is perfect. However, the waist is too big for me. Oh, I see it. So this is a 42-32. I'm surprised that a 32 is actually long enough for me. Usually a 32 is a little bit too short. I prefer to go with 34 inseam if I can, but whoever made this did a really good job. However, so the 42 on the brown fits slightly big, where like there was gapping in my waist, but it wasn't crazy. I just needed to put on a belt and I was fine. This one, I put on a belt just to kind of, cinch the waist in a little bit more without having to take it to the tailor. But then all you could see was all of like the gapping, not the gapping, like it just looked like it was gathered too much. It's fine. I am going to end up taking this to a tailor just to get the waist taken in a little bit. And I'm hoping they can do that without interrupting the integrity of the whole pant, because I really do love it. Something like this, I am going to have to bring to the cleaners. So I want to say this was either, I don't think this was 99 cents. I think all of the suits were, and this was maybe about $6. I think, I can't remember. I absolutely love this, but in order to keep the integrity of this pant, this is going to have to go to the cleaners. That way it gets steamed properly, because right now, even though I steamed it, it very much looks like it's never touched an iron. So I don't have a powerful enough steamer or iron to get all of the nooks and crannies out of this. So this is going to be, this is considered an investment piece, knowing that I have to bring it to the cleaners in order for it to come out the way I want it to come out. And I have an idea and a vision for what I want to do with these pants. So I'm going to see if I can actually drop it off this week and see if I can get it back on time, because I do have a photo shoot coming up that I want to incorporate this. But that is it. That is everything I picked up from the thrift store. So for the pants, the 2 dresses, and the 2 suits, everything came up to $12 and about 49 cents. You can't beat that. I feel like I got lucky that day, in all honesty, but you can't beat that. I do intend on making another trip to that thrift store, but I have to go with a plan. I can't just walk into the thrift store and just say, oh, let me just see what you got. Because then I'm going to get frustrated. I really can't shop that way. I like to see collections. Shopping at the thrift store in that way, I have to go with an idea of, this is why I'm coming in here. Whether it's a blazer, do I need a button up? Do I want some really long pajama pants? Do I want a robe? Do I want some old school 90s or 80s type of gown for some project or something coming up? So you more than likely will see a bit more thrift hauls coming up. Drop down below if there's anything in particular you would like to see in my thrift hauls. I'm definitely going to do a thrift home decor version. Most definitely. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Antoinette Evans. Okay, bye.